Hey,
Hey,
Lou.
hey. I I don't know how to do this whole being on camera with you anymore because it's been so long. I forgot what it feels like. I
Hey,
feel like
everybody in the chat. What's going on? Hey, people. CFC Riley is ready. Really being El Teddy are a dream team. I'ma need y'all to cuss, sigh, and Jessel out. Ooh,
oh well
ooh.
then. Wait,
Wait.
not Sai. No, I'm here for Sai. No,
El Teddy loves Psy. I'm sorry,
I
CF Riley,
do.
but El Teddy loves Psy. I don't dislike Psy. I just feel like before the end of the season, we're gonna probably have some moments. But the one thing I like about Psy so far is that she just stands in whoever she like. It is what it is. Like when last week when old girl tried to come at her about standing them up for dinner and going to the other restaurant, she was like, "Yeah, I did do that. Yeah."
hmm
And then
That's
she
why
said,
I like
she
Sai.
was like, "And yeah, I owe you an apology, but yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I did.
I did it."
Sure did.
Like because here's the thing: once you accuse somebody of something and they own it, there's really nowhere to go from there. It's when people deny it is when you get upset. When somebody say I did it, it kind of just takes a whole lot of
But you know the difference between Sai and some of these other girls. These other girls come from that lane, and Saturn came from nowhere, brought herself somewhere. It's like, girl, I don't have time for all of this pretentiousness and all of it. Girl, what? Yeah, And
but she
Sai
did get
probably
on
the
my nerves
only
this
one who.
episode. She did get on my nerves this episode. I ain't gonna lie about that. She got on my nerves this episode. All them clothes was ridiculous. I know
That's
you're
her
a
job, though. She is an influencer.
no,
I mean, she
uh-uh,
did say,
uh-uh,
"Listen,
no. El Teddy, I understand she's an influencer and I know she gets paid good money. I'm not taking that away. But
but
she ain't need all that for 3 days. She did not.
maybe no."
She did
She
not.
might have said, "I need options," because I do pack like that. Like I'll have for a whole weekend, I'll have like
Let
two
me
or
tell
three
you something, El
suitcases.
Teddy. Let me tell you something. The first time we're going somewhere for a weekend and you bring that much shit is the last time we ride together.
Now
And
I'm
you can
not gonna
still
have as
come.
much as her. I'm not
You
gonna
can
have as
still
much as her,
come.
but I can see her doing that. I had no problem with her or Jenna. Now, if her or Jenna came there with boatloads of stuff, or maybe even Uber, but not Uber as much because models usually don't do that much, like that. But Sai and Jenna, I can see them two doing that. Those two. Now, who
I
got
am
on my
gonna say
nerves is
this.
Jessa.
I am
Jessa.
gonna I am gonna say we're gonna get into the story in a minute, but I am gonna say this about Uber. I don't know how I'm feeling
I don't care for her
about
like that already. I'm
listen, will you
already.
let me finish? Will you let me finish? I don't know how I feel about the black non-American supermodel that has to be eccentric, over the top, extra attention seeking. We have it in Miami, we have it in the Real Housewives of Dubai, and now we have it in New York. And I just don't know how I feel about this repetitive person. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
I
I feel like
mean,
Uber does too much. But like
I
that
hate
whole
to be this person, but they do everything in their power to represent Black Americans without using Black Americans. We see it all over Hollywood, on the big screen. Why do we think it'll be any different on the small screen?
okay, moving on. So let's
I
get
mean, am I
into
wrong? Am I wrong though?
I I don't want to get into that conversation because I I
I
feel like
mean,
that's
you kind of did. You brought it up.
no, because I'm talking about I specifically said Bravo. I specifically said on Bravo. I talked about Miami, Dubai, and now New York. I don't you went way left.
How?
That was way left.
I'm saying Bravo is following the model that they have. That's all I'm saying.
Moving on. So okay, now Powerful, I can't agree with you on that one. Powerful says, I love these new girls. They are more relatable. They are much better than the original ladies. Now, I can't say that part because I didn't watch the original, but I don't think they're, I think that they are over the top glamorous, and I don't think they're relatable. But I think that's what Housewives is supposed to be.
I think they're more housewives um than than the girls that they had on before. Um, they're definitely more housewives than the black franchises. Let's be clear. But they give what housewives give. They give,
I
bitch,
mean,
we
they were
got
literally
money.
complaining about the fact that Aaron had caviar, and last week they were arguing about cheese and who went to and Aaron, and they were mad because Aaron invited them to a restaurant that was no longer the it spot. Like the shit that they're arguing about is not relatable to to my lifestyle, but
But
that's
I
not
don't
why
think it's
we watch
supposed to be
Housewives.
though.
That's what
I
I'm
don't think.
saying. That's not
Yeah,
why we watch. Like
yeah.
none of my like I've been to places where there is caviar, but I've never had a situation where people are complaining about, oh my god, caviar. Like you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're like, child, we gonna slum it up and have this caviar and these good Pringles. I love when Ty was like, really, we doing caviar because you went to
Right.
the
So I was
bodega
like,
first.
that's what we're
And you
doing
went to the
here.
bodega first, and then you got some cat. I was like, yeah. Because she's the only one probably of that crew that can relate to all of that and put all of that together. Because the rest of them, you can tell they like, oh wait, what? Go to where? Do like Jill Biden said, the Bogota. When Jill Biden called it a Bogota, I was like, what? I'm
So
there.
this episode, exactly, CSC Riley. It's not supposed to be what I can see in my everyday life. Like I can see that in my everyday life. But I'm gonna say this. So let's start off. Let's start off with this episode, and we can continue to dialogue as we go through. So they're going to the Hamptons for the weekend. Now it is during the off season. It is the fall, and Sai was like, I've never been to the Hamptons during the off season before. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that's like. Which again goes back to that. It's just not my real life. But the ladies are all meeting up. Aaron's house is beautiful. How did you like Aaron's Hamptons estate? It was beautiful.
I mean that's what she does.
Yeah.
Isn't she like a flipper or real estate and stuff like.
Yeah, she's a real estate agent. Hmm.
Yeah, so what they did to that house, you could tell before they redid it, it probably seemed cramped and probably looked like it probably didn't feel like it had that much space. But I can see even how they have the windows, like almost wall to wall windows in certain rooms, and the way it's spaced out, the decor, it really does give it a much bigger, feel. I really like the decor and everything. It gave posh. It really gave posh.
Yeah, especially when you saw the before and after pictures. It was really
Hmm.
nice. So the ladies are loaded up. Bryn's not coming. She's sick. I think Bryn shows up next week, but she didn't come for that first night. She's sick. Jessel, Sai, and Uba ride in the van up. I mean, the car up, and Jenna is already there. Now, when I tell you I was here for Jenna's classic Mercedes, I was so here for it.
That blue,
Yes,
bitch. I
I
was
was
like,
so
yes,
here for that
bitch,
vintage
you
Mercedes.
better
I said,
ride through, bitch. Listen,
you better ride that
listen.
1984 Mercedes Benz coupe,
What I
baby.
love about some of these hoes is their subtle way of letting bitches know, especially Jenna. She has all of these subtleties and subtle ways of letting bitches know you're beneath me. Please understand, we're not the same. We are
Right.
not alike.
Jenna rolled up the street from her house in the Hamptons in
Right.
her vintage Benz. I said, yes. Jenna's my favorite so far. I really like Jenna. I like Jenna.
So, I also, well, we'll get to that part later on.
Let me
Um,
give a shout out real quick. Hey, movie man, how you doing, my love? He said,
movie man.
considering that so much of Housewives has been really dark and over the top lately with stuff like colorism, bullying, slander, and criminal activity, this feels like a breath of fresh air in comparison. I can agree. I can agree.
Like I'm enjoying, being like, yes, bitch, eat this good caviar off a Pringle like it's nothing, bitch. We're arguing over frivolousness because we got
Right,
money like that.
right, exactly. Um, so I thought that was cute. And I want to give a shout out. You guys make sure y'all check out Movie Man. He I saw where you are going to be doing a Ready to Love panel with my girl Belle. I don't remember the third person, but y'all make sure if y'all watch Ready to Love or if y'all love movie reviews, y'all make sure y'all catch up with the Movie Man right here. Y'all can follow him right here. Okay? All right. But but I agree, El Teddy. I saw something today on one of the Bravo Instagrams that I follow, and it was a picture of Jenna, and it said, "I don't want to get too attached because she's too good for us," or something like that. And I said, "Yeah, I could definitely see her
Yeah,
not
and
coming back
Jenna,
next season."
the whole time she's been on, we're only 2 episodes in. This whore has sat on her high horse, looking down at the little peasants, like, really, this what we're doing? Like later on, when she was like, "You don't know who Billie Jean King is?" Like she just does stuff just real subtly, like
No,
this.
when she
Like,
got on Jessel, when they were getting ready to go to dinner, and Jessel had the clashing designers, and
why? And
she was
"No,
like,
you can't
no,
do that.
that's too much. We
That's
can't
not
do
what we're doing. That's not how this works." Girl, she be reading down, and it be so slight and subtle, but Mama read
that.
down. Do you hear me? Mama be, "You're not gonna wear that coat and then have on this bag." And I guess she was saying, that don't match your boo, and we only wear one label. Cause that's why now a lot of wealthy people say you don't wear a whole lot of labels. People just need to know you have good money.
Yeah.
You wear one, and they know the rest of it follows suit. I was like, "That's it, honey. That's her
Mhm.
world, though." And then she finalized it, put the punctuation by saying, "And she works in the fashion industry." I was like,
Right.
"Oh, girl."
She
I
does
tell
have a
you
lash
what,
company. Yeah, she has a lash company as well. I saw that on the View. But yeah, you're right, El Teddy. If you see a celebrity out and they're carrying a Gucci bag, you just assume that the outfit is Gucci. Like
mm-hmm.
you just if it's a Chanel bag or Chanel shoes, you assume the outfit is Chanel. Like you're right. That is the thought. Yeah, you don't. Yes, we don't do that, baby. The way Jenna stopped and looked at her like, "Whoa,
She was like,
whoa,
"Girl, you would not be caught out in public with me. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I
like,
am?"
whoa, we not doing what? Whoa, this what we not about to do. What are we doing?"
Girl. And the thing about it is, for you to be this fashion person, you hang out with side. Like, girl, you're supposed to know better. Like, girl, where are you going? Girl. But that's what friends do. Friends gonna let you know, girl, you're not walking out the house with me like that. Mm-mm. We have to be seen in public.
Yeah, your friends are
No,
supposed to
ma'am.
get you together before you leave out the house. Like, I would much rather you tell me than me be out here
Like, listen,
and me feeling like everybody's talking about me the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying?
I have that one friend, my child, my youngest, who whenever we go somewhere, let me see your outfit, put it out. Okay, let me change this out, put this. Okay, all right. Now I'm ready for you to come with me. I'll be like, really, girl, girl. That's how he literally does that every time.
Well, you
Every
know, when me and
time.
Abby are together, Abby does that with me. Abby be like, I be like, what? See, now Si would have had to ride in a separate car rolling up with 8 suitcases. I can't be crying. Listen, that's what I would have done. I'd have been like, we need another Uber. Call another
Yeah,
Uber. Because this is not going to work. I feel the same way. But they got all that stuff in there. Now, the driver couldn't see out that back window,
I
which
know
wasn't
he
bad.
could. Cause the way Jessel was sitting in the back seat, like right in the middle, probably because it was bags or boxes and stuff
Probably
on the
something on
side
the
of her.
floor.
I was
Right.
like, girl,
Now,
girl.
Jessel, who I already said something about this last week about the way Jessel was talking to her husband. I predict she's gonna be the next divorce that is announced because we found out that Jessel ain't gave her husband a piece of nothing since before she had them
Yeah,
twins, which
that's
are
the
2 years
problem.
old.
Yeah, that was the problem. Girl,
Listen,
when she said that, and how old is that baby?
that her babies are two.
Oh no, ma'am. Yeah, because I remember they were walking around. You're right. They were walking around last episode.
They
Girl,
were running around out of control.
running around. Yeah, they was kind of crazy. Because they talked about how her babies was wild, but whose baby was that? Aaron's kids were bigger and they were more tame. It was
Yeah,
Aaron.
No, well, Aaron's kids are younger too, but no, they were over size house. Those were size kids that were like, what
Oh,
the
besides
hell?
kids, yeah. Hmm.
Size kids was looking like, what did we let in? What is this, mommy? What is
I
this?
want to see more of Jessel's mom. Jessel's mom seems like she's the key to me. She's the one who I want to see more of, her mom. But yeah, you ain't giving your husband something and he ain't said nothing yet. Baby, he getting it from somewhere. I'm
Mhm.
just I'm just telling you. Baby, he's getting it from somewhere, honey. You ain't divorced yet and he ain't had no sex in 2 years. Oh baby, that's because he's getting it from
He's getting it
somewhere.
from somewhere. That's what
Mhm.
Candy said on Watch What Happens Live. Aaron was on there with Candy Sunday, and they brought that up. And you know, Candy, look, Candy said 2 years. She said, well, who is he sleeping with? Because he's sleeping with somebody. Come on now. I don't know who you thought he was with, but I'm gonna tell you who that he with somebody. It might not be you, but somebody getting a piece of that.
I'm trying to
So
tell
they
you.
so they show up and Cy walks in with her own toilet paper. Now, honestly, that was a lot. That was too much.
I no, she didn't need to. What she should have did was had to talk because I do that sometimes. Have the toilet paper in like one of your luggages or something like that. Now I can appreciate her doing Charmin Ultra Soft, but girl, you need to graduate to the Ultra Gentle. The Ultra Soft might leave some lint and stuff, but the Ultra Gentle is actually softer than the Ultra Soft and doesn't leave any lint and feels so good. Girl, you need to graduate, honey. Get rid of that Ultra Soft. I used to use her too. I used to swear by her. But the green one, the Ultra Gentle. But next time, just pack it in your case. You ain't had because that was kind of rude. You had to this girl toilet paper as if she was broken poor and they have no damn toilet paper.
I mean, and then she's talking about something. I mean, she might not have the right plot, girl. If you don't
Might
listen to
not.
it,
That might be true. That's why you bring your own.
right? But you had 500 bags. If you wanted to, you really, literally could have just put it in a bag.
And you could have put it in the bag.
You
Yeah.
wanted to make a moment. You wanted to make a moment because you had 5,000 bags. You really could have rolled. You really could have snuck 2 rolls of toilet paper in one of them damn garment bags. Nobody would have known. Jessel's mom should be the center apple next season. Right, no, listen.
Child.
Now, I understand bringing wet wipes because everybody doesn't provide wet wipes. Now I can get you with that. I can give that because, as a matter of fact, I already bought some wet wipes to take with me to Jamaica. Because listen,
Listen, I have to do the Charmin wet wipe. I tried the Cottonelle one time, and they just ain't do me right. Even the Walmart brand is better than the Cottonelle brand. Like, but just give me my Charmin wipes or Dude wipes. I'm either doing Dude wipes or Charmin wipes. Dude wipes are pretty good too. They
okay,
are.
that's enough talk. That's enough talking about wipes. Moving forward. So they get there and the ladies are hungry because now, Aaron, I will say this. I thought that the I thought that the caviar bar was cute because they had caviar, all different things. They had the Pringles, they had the cucumber slices. Like I thought that was cute. However, I do agree with the ladies that you really could have had something else. You could have had some finger sandwiches. You could have had a salad. Like you really could have put something else with that. Now I do agree with them on that one because I'm gonna tell you now, I probably would have felt the same way. Like
Because
we
Uber
went on the
went down to
road.
that provision. Now I don't even know what provisions is. Is that like the high class grocery store market or something? I'm not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've never heard of it. Never been there.
Right, she could have had cheese. She could have had
Child, she
cheese.
knew to stay
A
away
fruit.
from that
And
cheese,
I
honey.
understand that they were going to dinner in 2 hours or 3 hours, but they literally were on the road for like it's at least how I've never been to the Hamptons, but isn't it at least without traffic? It's like a 2 hour ride out of New York, right?
I don't know. You asking the wrong one. I don't. I
I think it's about like without traffic, I think it's like a 2 hour drive. So they literally have been on the road for about 2 hours, and it's another 2 hours till dinner. I don't think that
see,
the
let me tell
lady.
you something. I blame them because I'm not taking no 2 hour ride without some snacks, a
Well, we
sandwich,
know
or
you
something.
not. We know.
Child.
We know.
But
It's
no,
a two
that's
hour
just
ride.
normal. You riding in an Uber for 2.5 hours or concierge service or whatever that was service, driving service. Baby, you was supposed to have you a good sandwich, some victuals or whatever you needed to make it there and not die of 3 deaths. Green Girl says 3 hours from Manhattan. That's a mess.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like at the very least, you really were supposed to show up with that.
Yeah, I
Now,
would have been way too hungry.
now we find out a little bit more about Jenna this episode. Her mom just recently passed away. Um, and she said that her mom had Asperger's, and so she didn't really get a lot of effect. And it's so funny, El Teddy. Before she said that her mom had Asperger's, I was thinking that she was on the spectrum when she was saying how she doesn't do well in groups and she's really awkward in groups and how she's never really been good at build making connections and stuff. I thought she was on the spectrum. And then when she said that her mom was, and that's maybe why she doesn't do well with friend groups and making connections because she didn't grow up with that affection and love from her mom. Um, what do you think? I mean, I know we can't
I think
diagnose
that makes sense because you develop those skills and things like that in the home first before you get out in social settings. And so I could see her, you know, taking on some of those same traits that her mom has. Maybe not to the extreme that her mom had it, but I could see her taking on her mom's traits where she can be aloof at times. And I don't know if she has Asperger's like that, but I could see her displaying some of the characteristics and attributes of Asperger's. I won't diagnose her, but I
Yeah, I
definitely
definitely
can see it
diagnosed
there
her.
because she's actually you can absolutely see her being phenomenally gifted and talented, and
Mm-hmm.
um, a lot of people who suffer from Asperger's tend to be really, really talented and gifted in their respective areas. So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say she did say she's older, and
Yeah,
Asperger's
she is older than
just
them.
came along, as being even a diagnosis, you know, in terms of the spectrum of autism, it's one of the newers as opposed
That's
to
what she
one of
said,
the
that her
older.
mom wasn't diagnosed until later
Hmm.
on in life. So, you know. And again, it could be learned behavior. And like I said,
Hmm.
I'm certainly not gonna diagnose nobody. Um, but I was thinking that before she even said that, I was just in my head, I was thinking she had some traits, right? Um, so we found out that she's dealing with the loss of her mom and um dealing with the loss of her mom and then that we found out that part of it. So I feel like Jenna is giving us a little Jenna, if you think about it, honestly, Jenna has probably given us more of her real life at this point. I mean,
Hmm.
we know about the husband. We know that she is identifies now, I guess
As
at
a
the very least
lesbian,
bisexual. Yeah, I think she's identifies as a
I think
lesbian.
she identified. And what was so funny is even her telling that story. Like she was like, I don't know anything about this lesbian stuff. Tell me about what it's like to be a lesbian. Was immediate like, I think I like that. I think I'll try that. Let's go ahead and try it. I was like, girl, I didn't know that's how that happened. Okay, I was totally
Right. And
no.
like next week she's going to tell us the story about how she got outed. Like I feel like,
No,
oh
she
my
told that this week.
goodness. Look who came by to
Hey,
see us,
Tabitha.
Betty. Hey, Tabitha.
Hey,
Say
boo.
hello. Tabitha, the next time I'm in Atlanta, we've got to have lunch because
Tabitha don't hang out with us commoners like that. You see how Tabitha be
she a
doing us.
TikTok star. She's a star.
She's a star. And us common folk.
Right. That's my boo thing right there though. Tabitha be cracking me up on that TikTok.
Hmm.
Cracking me up. Um
But she told part of that story this episode.
Oh, okay. So she told. Oh, so maybe I'm thinking about this episode then. Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
So I feel like Jenna is giving us a lot of her story. I mean, I know it's only the second episode, but just early on, we're just getting a lot of Jenna's
And I
story. We
think
learned
that
about her career last week, about with J. Crew and all of that. She's giving us a lot. But go ahead.
you know what else I could probably say because I find a lot of introverts and people who are often aloof, like Jenna, find it easier just to talk to a camera or to talk, and feel like, okay, I'm away from everybody. I don't have to be in this large crowd. I'm just gonna talk to this camera and I can let it all out and be just as comfortable. But then when they're around, social settings, they're like, oh, mm-mm. Yeah, because the camera can't talk back or
Right.
can't give commentary or can't make a face that gives, either good or bad or anything in between. So it probably makes her feel a lot better about just, child, let me just tell you this good tea, honey, and stuff like that. So I'm here for it. I
So
like
then
to hear from her son though. I want to see if we meet her son and get her son's perspective on her.
I don't know if we meet her son. Now we met her daughter, but her son is younger. I don't know if we meet him.
I don't
I
remember
know we
seeing
don't
her
meet her.
daughter.
Yeah, I know we don't meet her girlfriend.
Did we meet her daughter?
Her daughter was in last week's episode when they were at her house. Remember her daughter? I mean, we didn't. Her daughter didn't join in with the lady, but she was there.
It probably went so fast I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it was quick, but she was like that. She was talking to her daughter before the ladies showed up when they were just at the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we may meet her son, but I don't know. I think she's going to be
Because I
very
remember seeing the picture with the son.
yeah, we saw the picture, but I think she's going to be very protective of him. Um so the ladies then proceed to have a whole conversation about how Jessel ain't giving her husband none, and everybody is confused. Jenna introduced that girl as her daughter last week, Green Girl.
I didn't think she did. I didn't remember her
She said it
saying
was
that
her
was
yeah,
her
she
daughter.
did. She said it was her daughter.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just. I don't. That's why I was like, she her daughter.
Yeah, she said it was. Well, then, well, listen, that's what I heard. Now, if I heard it wrong, but because the chef was there, and then the lady was there, and I could have sworn she said that was her daughter.
I thought that was her assistant or something.
Okay, I could be wrong.
I
I
don't know.
thought that
I
she
could
said
be
it was her daughter,
wrong.
but I could be no. Y'all know more than I know, so I could be wrong.
The
Oh, her
CFC
goddaughter.
said it
Okay,
was
maybe
her
she said
goddaughter.
goddaughter then. CFC said I think that's her goddaughter. I know I heard the word daughter. Now I ain't crazy. I heard the word daughter, but maybe she did say goddaughter. Okay. Okay. Maybe she said goddaughter. Like I said, I heard daughter, but we know that. So, okay, that's her goddaughter. Okay, everybody's saying goddaughter. All right. I know I heard the word daughter, but I didn't hear God part. Okay, my bad, y'all. My bad. So Uber leaves to go to Provisions, which ends up being closed, child. And Uber's staying at a hotel because she said she just can't do people. When she need her alone time, she need her alone time. She just can't do people. I think she just didn't want to stay in that house because she don't know them people like that.
I think she just wanted a gentleman caller. Have you ever been to this provisions place? I'm so intrigued now about this provisions place. Like, where are they located?
I've never been to Provisions, but it's clearly a Hamptons thing because all of them knew when she said, do you have how far is the closest Provisions? I thought she was saying like how far is the closest grocery store. I didn't know Provisions was like the
Right, a
name of the place.
chain or.
But all of them knew what she was talking about. So
Mhm.
it's clearly a Hamptons thing. I mean, I don't know.
I need for the New York.
Anybody have a Provisions where you live? Put it in the
Right,
chat if you
y'all
have a
Northeast
Provisions.
people, y'all confirm this provisions place so we
Yeah,
can
let me
go
know.
and
'Cause
stuff like that.
when
What
I'm
are
in
they?
the city, I've never seen a store called Provisions, but that doesn't
That's
mean anything. Like I don't go
right.
all through New York. Like I ain't everywhere in New York. Um,
Like I'm gonna need to make a trip to provisions so I feel all high class and elitist next time. Take pictures outside and stuff like. Girl, I'm
let
just
me
walking
tell.
to provisions to get me something
Excuse
to
me,
drink.
excuse me. El Teddy,
Uh,
you don't need any help feeling elitist and high class.
you, a card carrying member of the bourgeoisie.
I'm not bougie. Provisions is Trader Joe's for rich people. It's a Hamptons market. Okay, it's a Hamptons store.
Oh,
So it's in the Hamptons. Okay. Okay. See, I've never been to the
all these
Hamptons.
wealthy and rich and upscale people. Either that or good Google searchers.
I don't know. Powerful said the store ain't all of that.
Oh, and all that. It's a little smaller Irwan. It's like a smaller ear. I don't even know what Irwan is.
Okay, Nico says they have a provisions coffee shop in Phoenix. They have fancy drinks and sandwiches.
Okay,
Uh,
we got Publix, little baby, and that's all we need.
and Lord, we know they'll tell you got Publix. Lord, child, if he ain't at Publix every day, child, if he ain't
Well,
at
I ain't
Publix.
been today. I need to go by there when I get off here. I ain't been to Publix today. Go by Publix where shopping is a pleasure.
Ooh, Citizen Jane said I've been to the Hamptons, darling. Well, baby,
Okay, citizen,
I'm
please,
still
please
waiting on
let
my
the people
information
know.
because I ain't been.
Please let the people know, Citizen James, you have been to the Hamptons, honey.
Okay, honey, I ain't even mad at you. I ain't mad at you. So Um, so they decided to have a group conversation about Jessel not giving her husband none, and all of them are confused. Like all of them are confused. Now she
And
said something
why
about her
shouldn't they be though?
But she
Really
said
be?
something
Why
about her
shouldn't they be?
C-section scar and all of that. Let me explain to you, ma'am. You're not the only woman in the world that has a scar. And I understand. I've never had a child, so I know that a woman's body is never the same after carrying a child. I do know that. And I certainly cannot I've never been through it. However, comma, even if you gotta turn off the lights, you don't want him to see you.
I
Girl,
mean, she didn't even get a man no sloppy toppy, a
no,
hand
no, she
job.
said no. She said she been giving him head. She did say she done gave him some
Oh,
head.
okay. Cause girl, I mean, but how does she get off? She ain't got no rose or nothing in there. One of the little rose, little machine. Girl, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Girl, Jessel. Girl, I wonder if her mama know that. Cause I know her mama is in there going in. Like, girl, you better go get up, man. I know her mama. If she tell her mama that she ain't been give her man none, child, child, girl. Now,
Um,
was it
but that,
her or somebody during the episode was saying something, and then they said, "I don't want my mom or my parents or my family to know," and I was like, "But you're saying it on national syndicated television, and
child, they cracked me up with that. They cracked me up
you
with the
don't
I don't
want
want
people
nobody
to
to know
know?"
with a whole camera in their face. But anyway,
Like,
child,
girl,
you got a whole
girl.
camera in your face. You got a whole camera in your face. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, I just got a taste for pizza. I haven't wanted pizza in weeks.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, and she said they said it was her talking about going through IVF that is frowned upon during in their culture. But girl, you just announced it to national syndicated television show that's also streaming on the web that you could get from sea to shining sea from every continent, and you don't want nobody to know.
That's just like, okay, sidebar. So I went back to, well, you might not know. I went back to season 1 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I was
I
looking at
saw that. I saw that. I saw
yeah,
that.
so I was looking at episode 2 last night, which I already did the review. It'll be up today. But well, I didn't do it. I'm gonna do it. Anyway. And there was a scene where this lady was going, she's had like multiple miscarriages, and she was going to her doctor for them to talk about, what could possibly be the problem, what they could probably do. And she had her daughter with her, and she was like, "Do you mind waiting in the car? I mean, this is kind of private." And she literally had the cameras with her in the doctor's office. I was like, wait, wait, wait. So your daughter had, like, she literally left her daughter in the car outside with the car running. I mean, her daughter was a teenager, but you left your daughter, she didn't even come in the waiting room. You left your daughter in the car,
Because it
and
was
you
private,
literally,
but you
because it
rather
was
the rest
private,
of America know.
and literally, I'm watching the doctor tell you everything about your hoo-ha-ha.
I'm just trying to make this shit make sense. Because you can't tell me you don't want nobody to know, but we know.
But we
How I
all
get
knew.
to know before your mom and stuff like that? How I
I
get to know?
said,
Yeah.
what? Like, I was confused today. But anyway, back to this. So they decided that, well, they don't decide, but they're going to have a sleepover. And Jenna bought all of them lingerie. Now, once again, y'all, we have to consider the source. We have to consider the source, okay? This isn't Candy bringing all of y'all a bunch of bedroom candy for free. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Giselle bringing y'all a bunch of free hats. Oh, that's Robin with the hats. But this ain't no bargain basement shit. One out.
And it was monogrammed.
No, no, no. I'm talking about no, I'm not talking about the pajamas that Aaron gave them. I'm talking about the lingerie that Jenna gave them for them to wear. Remember, all of them
Oh,
had
yeah, yeah, yeah.
lingerie,
The one that Jenna gave him. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you
right?
now. Yeah, the
And they were
lingerie.
acting like, right. I'm like, I don't. I mean, Jenna never said where it came from. I don't give a damn. It came from Jenna. Like
You
Jenna
know
gave
you're
you
not gonna have no raggedy shit.
right.
This is
Jenna
Jenna.
gave you a
The
piece of
woman is
clothing,
world renowned.
right? Jenna gave you clothing, ma'am. What is wrong with you? But we'll get to that later. That was at the end of the episode. So they're gonna have a sleepover. So they're going to dinner. And of course, Uber again has to be loud and be seen.
She be
Um
doing too much for me. She really be doing too much. Like, I'm not taking nobody. I was with Jenna on this. Girl, I'm not taking you nowhere with me. And you do like this and you ain't drinking. Girl, I don't want you with me nowhere when you drinking. Baby, you just can't go up in these places and thinking that you gonna just steal these people's stuff. Because they will remind you real fast. You may not, necessarily assimilate with us, black Americans, but they will take one look at you, boo, and remind you real fast. You better understand. Let me shut up. Anyway, but girl, you doing too much. But that's
Child,
normal. That's normal. Cause the girl in Dubai, what's the girl name in Dubai?
Chanel Amon Anon.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with the one that's in the Real Housewives of Miami. I don't know where. I think she's from the Caribbean. I think she's from
You
like
know,
Jamaica.
she's from I thought she was from Grenada or Trinidad. I didn't think it was
Maybe
Jamaica.
maybe Trinidad. I know it's not Africa, but
Yeah,
again,
no, it's from somewhere. I thought it was like either
it's the
Grenada
same
or
thing. She's so
Trinidad.
over the
Yeah.
top. Yeah, and I'm just like, do we have to do that? Like, does like do we have to do that? Haiti. She's from Haiti. Okay, she's from Haiti. That's right. No, that's she's from Haiti
She's
too.
not Haitian. Oh,
I know the Gertie is from Haiti.
but not the one that really B is talking about.
But the model's not from Haiti, is she? Well, maybe. Well, Green Girl said the same thing, so maybe I know Gertie is from Haiti, but neither here nor there. It just was a lie. So they're at the restaurant. They're both Haitian. Okay. Um, they're at dinner, and Jenna. That's when Jenna tells us the story of how of her. Okay, Kiki is okay. All right. Okay, she's Haitian. Thank y'all. Thank you. I didn't think she was from Haiti, but both of y'all are saying it, so I know y'all know y'all stuff, child. Um, um, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so
Now
they're
you
at
know what she
dinner.
gave me. You know what Uber gave me. She gave me someone that's actually not used to being there, and thinking because she got access with people that are used to being there, that gives her the right to just get out of order. Because I've seen people in the that's like that you normally don't get in these spaces, but because I can get you in these spaces, you feel like it's just a free for all, and it's just because if you remember, she remarked, well, as much as money as we're paying to eat here, I should be able to do do or take anything, which leads me to believe. I also think she stayed at the hotel because she's hiding something that she don't want the girls to know. I'm just saying.
Um, Again, her going in the kitchen and stealing something, it was just ridiculous. It was extra. It wasn't cute. It wasn't funny. And I am Jenna. I'm mortified. Did you see how Jenna
Hmm.
and Aaron, they were mortified? Aaron was
Hmm.
like, Aaron was like, look, y'all are visiting. I got a house down the street. Like these people know
Exactly.
me.
Like, girl, I
Like
have to
these
live
people
here.
know me. I need y'all to act like y'all got some damn sense.
And it wasn't everybody. It was just her. It
Right.
was
That's
a
what
bad.
I'm saying. Like, and like, I mean, first of all, what was the purpose of taking coconut milk? Like, that was just stupid.
And then you gonna just sit it on a table. You ain't even tried to hide or conceal it. Bitch, you just got to sit on the table like, yeah, this the coconut milk I took from y'all, stock room or pantry or whatever. Like, girl, who raised you?
Oh, and oh, don't forget she had to be sitting north. Remember, she had to take out her compass. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I feel like you're just doing just to be extra.
Just doing
Because
too
that's the,
much.
because let's be clear, that's the first time we've ever seen you do that. We've seen you in two or three group settings, and that is the first time we have ever seen you take out a compass because you had to be sitting north. Like, I've never seen you do that before. You were just trying to be seen, in my opinion. Anyway,
She was
what
trying
else
to be
happened?
seen because she's not. She was trying to be seen because she's not used to being in those settings. So you need everybody to know that Uber was here because Uber don't know when she gonna get back here. So she gonna leave her. You know how when people write on the wall or underneath the table, so and so was here. So you never forget that I've been here because I ain't used to being here. Child boom.
Abby said, "What? We still in the first episode,
No,
child?
we're at least to episode 2, Abby. We're on episode 2.
Yeah, we're on episode 2, but yeah." I was waiting for a legit reason for her to say no. Right. And then she
We
made
have
up some
none.
crazy, that is my peaceful place. The North is,
Right.
girl, if you don't go
Girl.
sit your ass down
Girl.
somewhere.
Girl. Like she really farted that shit out and just pulled that out of her head. Like, girl.
Like I could even see, and I'm not making fun of nobody's religion, but I could even see if she was like, I'm Muslim and I just feel better if I'm always facing Mecca.
No,
Like
one of them asked that. One of them said, "Is that where Mecca?" Somebody, I don't know if it was
somebody
Jessel,
asked her
but
that.
somebody said, is are you pointing to Mecca? Because that they thought maybe that's what it was.
I would have totally been okay with that. I'd have totally been like, oh, okay, I definitely get it. Even though, you don't have to necessarily face north to eat. But if that's your happy place, girl, go for it. But you was just doing it just to be seen and just to do it. It just didn't make no damn sense. And the reality is you can go. Wait a minute, V Carter, that's her cousin in real life?
That better not be her cousin. That
V
better
cousin said
would have
Uber
not.
was probably coached by her cousin Chanel. Is that her cousin in real life, V Carter?
I
Because if that's
doubt
her
it.
cousin in real life, then it
That
all makes
can't be
sense.
her cousin.
If that's her cousin in real life, then this shit all makes sense. I'd be mad if that's her cousin in real life, because then all of it, her behavior would make perfect sense. Because you're right that she's trying to emulate her.
Oh, they
Uh-uh.
are cousins. Little baby
They
say they
are.
cousins.
Oh
Oh wow,
well, you know what? Then it
a
all
mess.
makes sense. Then it all makes sense.
Mm, a mess.
You trying to be your cousin? Yes, you are trying to be your cousin. Yep, yep.
But even some of these antics, I don't even know that Chanel would do these antics.
Chanel wore a whole freaking couture gown
I
to
know,
the
I
Diamond
understand that,
District and sat her happy ass in the middle of that floor in the couture gown. Yes, she would.
but I don't know that Chanel will be gallivanting through these people's kitchen and
She
stealing these
would.
people's coconut milk.
I don't know about stealing the coconut milk, but she'd have went in the kitchen. She would have.
Or talk about I need to face north. She probably would have did the face north thing. I can see Chanel doing
But the sad thing is, in a lot of these restaurants with these types of chefs and stuff, you can go in the kitchen. You just have to let them know, hey, we want to come and say hi to the chef. Hey, we want to. Now, a lot of times they'll have the chef will come out because
that.
it's not.
Hmm.
You're not supposed to be in the kitchen. You're not sanitary.
You ain't
You're
got no hairnet. You ain't
yeah,
got no
you're not
nothing.
sanitary. You're
Girl,
not supposed to be in that daggone kitchen. Like my sister is a whole chef, and I've been to many places where she worked, and I ain't never been in the kitchen. She comes out, but I don't get to go in.
mhm,
Right. She
child,
literally bought a goat to somebody's house. Chanel would have absolutely went in that kitchen. She literally showed up to that lady house with a whole goat
she did.
as a pet.
Did.
Yeah, that
Oh,
lady goat.
she did.
The way I cackled, the
Oh,
way I cackled when she showed up to that lady house with a whole goat, nigga.
she did. Oh God. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh. Oh God.
She showed up with a goat. El Teddy,
Yeah.
I'm bringing a goat. When you buy your house, I'm bringing you a goat as a housewoman gift.
Oh, no, you're not bringing me no damn
I'm
goat.
bringing you a goat.
No, I want no damn goat. Damn goat. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Okay. Whew.
now, wasn't it here at the I thought it was here at the restaurant where she talked about being outed.
Maybe I thought it was the preview for next week, but maybe she did tell the story.
Because
Maybe she
remember
did tell
she
the story.
said, yeah, I
And she was
think it
talking about,
was
that's when
here
she was talking
because
about Billy
remember
Jean
she
King.
talked about they called her on her extension
Yeah,
and
okay, yeah, yeah.
everything. Because she quietly shadowed them girls, even while telling the story. She says, yeah, I was outed by the New York Times. Basically saying, bitch, do you know who I am? I don't get outed by normal people. the New York Times outed me.
Oh God. Right. Lisa said, you show up at a Jamaican woman's house with a goat, baby. We about to
It's
curry
going
that
in the
thing.
pot.
Okay.
It's going in the pot.
But yeah, you're right. I don't know why I thought that was in the preview for next week, but you're right. She did tell the story because that's when she made the comment about Billie Jean King, and none of them knew who Billie Jean King was.
Hmm.
Listen, you know, this is when people do stuff like that,
I
it makes
wonder what
me
year it was.
it makes me feel like I'm an elitist because I'm like, how the fuck y'all don't know who Billie Jean King is? But then I gotta remember, maybe everybody just don't know because how don't none of y'all know? Nobody at the table know, never heard of, don't know nothing about her. Billie Jean King. Nobody.
I'm just saying. But I wonder what year this was because she was explaining it as if her bosses or whoever just put the New York Post on the phone and they was like, we just need you to confirm or deny, boo. Like, that's why I'm asking, what year was this? Because that's what we're doing. This gotta be like early 90s, I'm thinking, I don't know.
She does CFC Riley. Y'all gotta watch Jenna because Jenna absolutely does stay
Oh,
flexing on
she
you.
absolutely flexed. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. Mama subtly flexes like, girl, you're beneath me. Girl, do you know? Like even later on when she talked about how Jessica was talking about that whole lingerie, like, girl, do you know what you have on, bitch? Like, girl, do you know what? Like, oh girl, I was outed. Oh, I was outed by the New York Post. I live. I live. I live.
So I think that's all that went down at dinner. Anything else you could think of that happened at dinner?
Um, um, I don't know, but I found it weird that she did say that they were only 3 weeks into that relationship and her mama didn't know, her children didn't know. She had just gotten divorced. I was like,
I low key feel like somebody called in New York. I feel like I don't think that because like my thing is it had only been 3 weeks. She said they were at lunch and they weren't even doing anything overtly sexual. So for somebody to jump to that conclusion, I feel like somebody called them.
especially in at that time, because I'm thinking this had to be early 90s. Like, this couldn't have been 2000. So I'm thinking this is probably early 90s or
So
mid 90s,
yeah,
early to mid
yeah, that's
90s.
what High Vibe said. High five, excuse me, High Vibe said Jenna's 55, so that probably was the early 90s. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that's the other thing. Jessel did talk about how she met her husband. She said they were friends and basically just decided to be together. I don't feel like she loves that man. I feel
I
like,
don't think, I think that's a cultural thing where
yeah,
she
powerful
probably
people
felt
saying it's a
pressured,
cultural thing. Yeah, I don't feel like she really is
or
in love with him.
or
I think
maybe
she likes
both of
him.
them.
I
And
think
I
she
think
likes
it might have been him more so than her. Because for the men, if they don't find a wife after a certain amount of time, they start getting a whole lot of questions. And they expect that the man is going to go and approach the wife, and they were like, okay, girl. So that might be why it's so easy for her to be like, girl, we ain't had no sex, girl. I don't be doing him like that, honey. It's just
Yeah,
when we need to
I
procreate.
don't think she's because even the way she was talking to him last week, I didn't like the way she was talking to him crazy last week. Yeah, I don't think she's in love with him. I think she likes him a lot. I don't think she's in love with him.
Um,
Um, but that's what I think that's pretty much what happened at dinner. So then we go back to the house to have our slumber party, and everybody changes into their lingerie, and Jessel is not happy.
I mean, she loses it though, and she was out of order. Like she
That
was
was just
complete.
rude. That was
She
just
was.
rude.
It was because this woman went and bought you whatever. I don't give a damn where she bought it from. She could have bought that shit from Walmart. Baby, she bought it. You could have put it on for that. It ain't like you going out nowhere, girl.
But remember,
You
Uber
are on
changed
national
hers too.
television.
Remember, Uber changed hers too, but Uber was quiet about it because Uber said, I don't like this. I'm changing. She just went upstairs and she changed. She just changed. She did not make. Now, for Uber, she even knew because at first she was like, I don't like, and then you could tell she must have remembered, oh shit, she gave this to me. She was like, no, I like it. It's cute. And then she went upstairs and changed. So even she knew that there's a way that you act. As crazy as Uber is, even Uber knew, like, you don't, you don't do, and especially in front of the person who gave it to you, like that. How do you not know that that's rude? How do you not understand that that
Yeah,
is just
that's got to be that's rude because she kept going on and on. This is ugly. I would never wear this. This is hideous. It was like, girl, you making a whole scene about something you just got for free.
right? That's probably some sort of designer something. It got somebody's label in it. The Page Six article was in 2011 or 2012. Her son was young when it came out. Okay.
Oh, okay.
See, that's what
That's
I'm saying.
interesting.
Somebody called that in.
But
That
but
was a
the thing
no.
about it is that seems weird for that to be, breaking news in the New York Post. Well, who the hell am I?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody called that in, child. Somebody called that in. Um, let me tell you something my grandmother told me one time. I'm tell y'all a story about my grandmother. One time we went somewhere. Me and my grandmother, we were out of town. I remember that. I know. I think we were in Philadelphia. We went to visit my brother, I think. And my grandmother had this scarf on. Like, she had a little scarf tied around her neck. And she kept talking about this scarf. And she kept talking about how beautiful this scarf was and how she just loved this scarf. And it was beautiful. And she was like, "Don't you like my scarf?" I said, "Yeah, grandma, it's nice." Which it was. So then she finally said to me later on, she said, "You bought me that scarf." Now, child, I done bought my grandmother so much stuff over the years, child, I didn't remember that I had bought her the scarf. But what she said to me was, she said, when somebody gives you something, you always find a way to wear it in front of them so that they know you appreciated it. She said, I've had people give me stuff and I've just put it on when they were coming by the house. Even if I ain't like it, I said, shoot, I'm in the house. Don't nobody have to see it, but they'll know that I appreciated it. She said, you should always do that. When somebody gives you something and they spend their money on something for you, at the very least, you need to let them know. Now, that's what my grandmama told me, and I'm not, that's the lesson I learned from her when it comes to gifts and those kinds of things. Like, it don't take much to just be nice about something. And that's all she had to do. Like, I get it that y'all are filming and y'all are on TV or whatever, but girl, who cares? I'm the damn. First of all, it wasn't ugly. Let's start there. It really wasn't ugly. But I
And,
mean,
and for her to be someone that's complaining, oh, I don't feel comfortable about my body. Maybe it's just your body and not the outfit.
right. Because she
It
was
could be
complaining that
you.
she didn't have a two piece. Remember, Sai had the two piece, and she was complaining that hers wasn't a two piece. And I'm like, well, you
Hmm.
literally just got finished complaining about your body and how you don't even want to be naked in front of your husband, but you want to put a two piece on national television. Like, I mean, girl.
Girl.
Yeah, I just thought that was rude. And she kept going on and on and on and like it wasn't even like she said it. Like I said, Chanel. I mean, see
She
now I'm
said
calling
it the whole way up the stairs. Like the whole way up the stairs, she's
no Chanel didn't have a
complaining
two piece. Aaron had the two piece. I'm sorry, Aaron had the two piece. My bad.
loudly about I mean, Aaron is hosting it, so it makes sense if I give Aaron the best one. We are at her house. I am gonna give her first dibs at the best one because we at her event at her house. Why would not?
But my
Unless
thing is, Sai. First of all, you're in a house full of fashion people. You've got a model, you've got an influencer, you have, an editor, like you have fashion people. If you didn't like the way it fits you and you didn't like how it fell on you, do you like because remember when Sai opened hers up, she said, this is she said, I'm gonna put a jacket on this and wear this out in public. This is cute. Like she immediately saw a vision. She immediately saw something. Like you had all them people in there, and Jenna even tried to like, oh well, you need to adjust it, you need to do this, you need to do that. She was just determined to be miserable. She was determined to hate it. It didn't matter because she didn't like it when she took it out. When she opened it up, she didn't like it.
you talking about Jessel.
Jessel, I'm sorry. Yeah, but again, Uba, out of all of the people there, Uba actually handled it the best with not liking her. She didn't like hers either, but she went downstairs. She let Jenna see her in it, and then she was like, "Oh, I just want to put on my pajamas." And she went back upstairs and put her pajamas on, even though She was upstairs and said she didn't like it. We knew she didn't
But
like it.
you
But
know
she was
what?
beautiful with Jenna.
I think Jenna really could be testing them because I know people like that. They'll have access to a whole lot of good stuff, but they just gonna try it out and give you stuff that okay, let me give you this, see how you approach that. I ain't gonna take you to the high end. Now. I'm just gonna give you this right here. See how you handle this. It could be a situation where she said, "Let me feel these girls out," because I ain't good with people anyway. Let me feel these girls out, and I think Jessel might have failed that test because you never know. She might say, "You know what? I'm gonna take y'all to the whole design." She could say, "I'm taking y'all to the design," and they go design something custom made for you because she have connections and friends like that. But why would she do that for somebody like you when you complaining the whole time about the free shit? Like, girl, bring her mama back on. We need the mama, not Jessel. That's why everybody was like, "Oh, we like your mama," because you did notice that slick shade. How everybody was like, "Oh, your mama is so nice. Oh, she's so good." Everybody like your mama and not you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because she was completely out of order. And I think what may happen is two people who I think gonna have epic meltdowns before the season is over with and lay into people. Jenna gonna have one. I can see Jenna having an epic meltdown and going in and letting have. And Cy gonna go straight Jenny from the block on them. Do you hear me? I can already see somebody go push her to that point. Mama is gonna go straight Jenny from the block on them. I'm just saying. Them two right there. Because these are some ungrateful girls. They some real ungrateful girls.
Oh, you know what? That V Carter, thank you for bringing that up. That is something else she had a problem with. It's a large. Why would she give me a large? That was the other thing. She had a real problem with the fact that it was
Because
large.
that's your size. Girl. Girl. Because that's your size. Girl, what are you mad about?
Because it wasn't falling off of her. I
It
mean, it was.
wasn't.
She probably could
Girl.
have went with a medium. Now she probably could have went with a medium, but girl, that large was not falling off of you. Let's be clear.
It wasn't.
Let's
Girl.
now let's just call a thing a
Girl.
thing. Let's just call a thing, girl. It was
And
not
Jenna
falling
tried
off.
to do you a solid. Jenna said, "Girl, you got to have all these cameras. Girl, we don't want to show all of these dimples and cuts and curves that should be there, honey. I'm trying to do you a favor, honey. I know what this is about. Girl, mama trying to do you a solid, honey. Girl. And now you mad. You mad at yourself. Not at Jenna, honey. You need to be mad at yourself. Baby. Girl. Child.
Oh Lord. So that was episode 2, child. Because in the preview, we see Bren basically saying Aaron only likes Jenna because she's Jenna, basically saying she's being used. Oh, that's hurtful. I like Jenna.
I like Jenna too. And that's why I say
I'll
I
be
can see
Jenna's
Jenna going
friend.
on.
Jenna, I'll be your friend, girl. Let's go hang out at the Hamptons in your vintage Mercedes.
I can see Jenna, like I said, having an epic meltdown. Um, child, a
Mm,
mess.
child. As soon as she made that comment about not wanting to be bothered with anything that wasn't an XS or S, I knew a dragon was coming online. Look, all I'm gonna say, listen, I ain't saying that girl is large. I ain't saying that girl fat by any stretch of the imagination. All I'm saying is
But
it wasn't
but
falling off of her. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
you're a horrible person.
Ah! Me. Me.
Horrible.
Oh God. Okay, so listen, y'all. We'll be back in 2 weeks because I won't be here next week because I'm gonna be out of the country enjoying my vacation. But Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. But tonight, El Teddy, whose channel are y'all on tonight, El
We
Teddy?
on my channel,
So
and
tonight on first of all, y'all should all be subscribed to El Teddy. But if you're not, y'all gonna get subscribed. El Teddy is gonna be with Darren and Medusa They will be talking about this week's episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
And we're going to talk about, we are going to discuss probably Flame, Angelica.
Ooh.
Oh yes, we're
Oh, I
going to
did watch
discuss the
that
Flame
video
video.
earlier.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we are going to discuss that. We're going to break that all the way down. Hmm.
Hmm. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing that. Okay, thank you. My moms be on it when they on it. Look at Tracy; she the best showrunner in the
Don't
game.
forget our Teacher Project 2.0
Yes, which
channel
will
where
be
you can
back.
catch
I'm
us.
actually getting ready to You just subscribed. Thank you, High Vibe.
Thank you, High Five. We have a good time over there. We have a really
Yeah,
good
the Teacher Project 2.8. So for those of you who are new to El Teddy and myself, or just whatever, El Teddy and myself, we also have an education channel where we discuss the hot topics that are education today, especially as they affect people of color and people who are part of the LGBTQIA community. So that is the Teacher Project 2.0. So y'all can check us out over there. Tracy dropped that link as well. We are sort of on a summer hiatus, child, because he traveling, I'm traveling. Don't do it, because hold on, you ain't been home either. You haven't been home either, sir.
I've been home during the week.
But I haven't. That's what I'm saying. Between your schedule and my schedule, we haven't meshed. But we'll be back in 2 weeks when I get back from vacation. When I get back from vacation, child, we'll be back. But I do have a couple of the Biden administration. I'm gonna do a little quick video on that. Just dropped their new plan for student loans. They're trying to give y'all something. The Supreme Court knocked down what they were trying to do, but they're trying to find a way to
But
give
they're
y'all.
gonna find a way to stop this one. I can already see it. Child, just don't hold your breath.
Child. We trying. I just thank the Lord that
Well,
mine
I'm
came
glad you
through.
enjoyed the movie, man. We try over here. We do the best we can over here.
Thank you, the
Over
movie man.
here.
El Teddy, El Teddy is a little funny sometimes when he not. And
Every now and
listen,
then.
y'all, I didn't have to put El Teddy in the back today. I didn't have to mute him. Look at God.
That's why you conveniently have us doing this on your channel, so you can conveniently mute me and put me off whatever you want. Whatever. I don't care. I'm still gonna be in the background, cussing and fussing and fighting, and it don't even matter. Y'all don't know when she put me off. Whenever she puts me off, I be. Did she mute me? Oh, I'm
No,
about to say. Whenever she puts me off, I be in the background doing this. I really do.
we can be on your channel next time. That's fine by
Oh
me.
no, no, no. I'm fine over here, honey. I'm fine.
Because that's what El Teddy like. He liked to be waited on. He liked to come into my house, wipe his feet, and sit down and have me bring him a drink and get comfortable. That's why he liked coming to my house.
Should do.
Every time I saw him, you should see them in person. I don't know what you're talking about. El Teddy and I be on our best behavior in
We be
person.
on our best behavior.
Yes,
Yeah. Abby is the bad one. She the one
absolutely.
always that we got to, be like, Abby, no, 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 Abby, no, don't beat them down. It's okay. They ain't mean that, Abby.
They ain't mean it, Abby. They ain't mean
They
it.
ain't mean it. It's okay.
I think
Yeah,
El Teddy, I think we're on our best behavior when we're together.
we do be on good behavior. We got to
Yeah.
go back to that spot that we went to. What was it called?
Abby wanted to go there when we were in. Matter of fact, this was
What's
mad.
it called?
Let me.
Um,
Abby remember the name of it. What's the name of it, Abby?
Augie something. I think Augie. I think it was Augie's
Abby
Cafe.
remember the name of it because I'm sorry, y'all. Look, child, this is what we do. But listen, because when we went, the place that we ended up going to, because Abby was like, we need to go back to that place with the pork chops. We need to go back to that place with the pork chops. And I was like, well, Abby, that was in
What
downtown.
place was the pork chop?
I mean, the lamb chops, not the pork chops, the lamb chops.
Oh, the lamb chops was Views.
Views.
I'm the
That's where
one who
Abby wanted to
usually
go
finds
at.
the spots. It's always my job to find a restaurant, and I'll be
Abby
finding
wanted
some
to
good
go back
spots.
to Views. And it was funny because when we went out, yeah, we went to Augie for brunch. Oh, yeah, we do need to go back. That's where El Teddy found his last boyfriend at Augie's, y'all.
Girl, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, no means no,
Ooh,
and
that
yes means
man.
no. Okay,
Now that man sat on El Teddy lap, honey,
that
asking if
man
he
did
had a
not sit on
man.
my lap.
He asked him, did he have a man? Abby
Abby
said,
said
really?
yes, so she could clear this up. That man did not sit on my lap.
That man sat on El Teddy lap, honey, and said,
Oh,
you have a man.
girl.
Asked El Teddy, did he
They
have a
did start in
man?
Detroit, J Wash. Ain't they lamb chops good, J Wash?
Yeah, they did have one in Detroit because remember we saw that on the
Mm-hmm.
the little literature, the little literature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Cause remember Tanya came and met us there too. Tanya be meet us wherever we at. Tanya be like, where
Trying to
y'all
be
at?
finding us. But what I was gonna say was Views was actually down the street from where we went to eat the last time because we were on our way back to the hotel. Abby was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute. Abby was like, wait a minute. This look. She was like, I think
he
we
was
were
close.
right there,
But who picked that
but it
spot?
was
I didn't pick that
closed.
spot though. I think
But it was
Jamar picked that spot.
yeah, but it was closed, so we couldn't have gone. It was closed on whatever day of the week that was
Oh,
that we
I
were there.
found
I think.
another. There's another spot that I found. That next time y'all come, we need to go to because they have real good food too. There's another good
Where?
spot I found. I can't remember the name of it. I sent it to a friend, but I'll send it to you. It's real nice.
We'll be taking a road trip in October. We need well not a road trip, it'll be a fly trip because I will not be
Well,
driving.
I was telling Regina I'll be back in Virginia next month. I mean, in October as well. It'll be that first weekend in October. We'll be back in Richmond.
I'll come, I'll be down there. Tell Regina this time she
Regina
needs to
said
come
she's
back.
staying the whole time this time, and we gonna get toasted. I said, yes, we are, Regina. So,
Abby, you got the link if you want to come up for a few minutes. El Teddy got to get ready to go. I got to get ready to go. But come on up and stay with you because I know you want to come up and call us liars, even though that's not true. Look at Tracy. Tracy. She said so. Meet and greet Virginia. Girl, if you want to come down, you can come on down to Richmond.
okay.
If you want to come, child. Abby, if you want to come up, girl.
Abby, come up, geek.
I think you know what? I took out some salmon to cook for dinner, but I've got a taste for something else.
I had some salmon yesterday. It was so good. Now
I
you make me want some more salmon.
I had salmon last week with garlic butter.
Mm.
Ooh, it was so good. I made it too. It was so good. It was so good. And you know how, but I don't have a taste for it now. I just don't. But I already took the salmon out, so I gotta cook it. Well, I gotta if I don't cook it today, I gotta cook it tomorrow. It's not totally thawed out yet, so I put it in the refrigerator. I'll probably cook it tomorrow.
Child. I got some prawns that I can thaw out.
I've never really done prawns. I mean,
That
I've
thing
had
is
them
so
before,
big.
but no, I've had them
That
before,
thing
but I'm
is
not. I
big.
never think about. Oh, look at Hot Mama giving us shoulder action.
First
Do
of
you
Child.
have on clothes?
I do.
Right.
I have on a whole thing. I have on a whole
Oh, okay.
thing.
All I saw was the shoulder. Oh, that's cute.
Right.
See,
Oh, that is real cute.
thank you.
Because we don't need nothing popping out.
Hey, Miss Toby.
Listen.
Dropping out the bushes. I know Abby is definitely not the one cutting up between really being
She
Thank
is.
you.
She is. She
And
is.
am I not?
Miss Toby.
Miss Toby,
Thank
she
you, Toby,
absolutely
for
is.
saying the truth. Because these heifers up here talk about I'm the problem. I'm the get along gang. Whatever they want to do, I just go along with it.
Now you know what. Now
Now I will give you that. Abby really don't give no whole bunch of pushback. Now I
she
give her
feel
that.
no pushback, but once we get there, we always got to make sure everything's good. Don't worry, you ain't got to pop off today.
Yeah, Abby will pop off now. See, that's now. Listen, let me tell you something. Out of the three of us, the person most likely to need bail money is Abby. I need y'all to
Mhm.
understand that.
Please understand. Please be clear.
For as much as me and El Teddy be popping off, the person it's the quiet ones you gotta think you gotta worry about. Because Abby, listen,
I be too busy flirting and looking for the boys, so I don't be having time to be getting mad about stuff.
right. El Teddy too busy with the man sitting in his lap and stuff.
I do not have that man did not sit in my lap.
Abby, didn't that
Okay,
man
so
sit in his
he
lap?
did sit in your lap. He did.
He sat in your lap,
He
El Teddy.
definitely sat in
I
your lap.
sit in my
Yes,
lap.
he
He was
did.
trying to be the grits to your catfish.
No, oh, God, no, Bam. Oh
No,
God.
he really did sit in your lap, El Teddy. He asked you, did you have a man? And you told him no. And he thought that meant green mean gold.
That's what he thought. That's what
That's
No
what he
means
thought.
no, and yes means no. Okay. Oh,
He thought
That
she
was
meant, come
hilarious. When I
on.
tell you, we need to go back just so we can go back and see our friend. First of all, he was good and the food
He
was
was
good.
good. His music is good. I still
Yeah,
pump his little song every once in a while
I
when
do
I get in the
too.
mood.
I sent it to
I
James.
never downloaded it because I didn't want him to get the wrong idea.
Why you ain't you could have gave that man
You could have
$1.99
gave
now.
that man
Now you didn't have to take him on a date,
first
but
of
you could
all,
have
they
gave that
only
man
gonna
a
pay
dollar
him
99.
32 cents for the damn spin. Go
Okay, you
ahead.
could have gave that man a stream. Now that's just rude. That was rude, LT.
It
Exactly.
was rude for
And,
him to
and he
do
was
it
a
about
good
that.
waiter too. I didn't like the
And
fact
the
that they
song
charged
is
him
a bop. The
individually to
song is
drink.
a bop, y'all.
It's a bob. It is a bob. But
The song is definitely boppy.
I sent it to mother because you know he loved him a good house song, child.
yeah.
LT, you can support your one night stand.
Ooh,
He's
Girl.
Well, he's
Girl.
not El Teddy's type. Now, I will say that he's definitely not El Teddy's type, but it was definitely funny to watch him flirting with El Teddy and to see because you know El
his
Teddy is
glasses
usually
was
the one
longer
doing the
than
flirting.
mine.
Yeah, El Teddy is usually the one doing the flirting, so it was so funny
Mhm.
to see somebody flirting with him, and El Teddy was like, he was very polite, but
El Teddy was
definitely
shook for a second. He was like, "Oh,
he was a little shook for a second.
okay."
He
It's
was
like,
like,
what is happening here?
that man did sit in your lap. Like that's not an exaggeration.
That's not an exaggeration at all.
That man sat in your lap.
And did.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to risk it all, his job and everything.
Yep. Yeah, because he was on the clock. He was on the clock
He
sitting
was absolutely on the clock.
there. He sure did. He
It
came
was a
over
lot of fine men walking up in that place though.
there.
Every time I turned around, I was like, oh, oh, oh.
If you're in Atlanta, it was right there by the Slutty Vegan down by what's that man name? One of them civil rights people street.
Not Dr. Abernathy.
Was it Ralph Abernathy?
Was it?
No, I think it was the good trouble. I think it was Good Trouble. I think it was by his street.
John Lewis.
I think it was near John Lewis's street. I just remember the directions. I feel like we were on his
I just
street.
remember it was by Slutty Vegan. It's called
Yeah, it was right there.
It was Augie something.
I've never had Slutty Vegan. Maybe I'll try that.
Never had it either.
I heard me neither. I heard it's really good though.
But I heard it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, Tracy, he risked it all for El Teddy, honey. He risked it all for El Teddy.
That would have been a
I
bad
like this wig action you got going on. It is you giving me Storm, honey.
Right, Storm. Or you know who else she's giving me with that? That I can see wearing that Fifi.
Yeah, Fifi TV. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I mean, your face looks slimmer, girl.
Thank you.
The wig is wigging. You know what I said I need to start doing? I need to start wearing my makeup again. The other day, I actually missed. I actually
don't even make everybody. Hey, everybody get triggered. You about to get triggered already.
Listen, I can feel it. I can feel the triggeration already.
Girl
got a ton of makeup and don't wear. Listen.
The problem is when I get back from Jamaica, my foundation ain't gonna work no more. I'm gonna need some new foundation.
You're gonna need a darker foundation. You're gonna need a summer color, whatever you're.
But I don't have a summer one right now. I only got one.
I'm going to say something out of
just right in front of me. 4 different foundations. Like, what is?
Wait a minute. And did y'all watch? They cloned Tyrone. Y'all need to go watch it. It was interesting.
I was going to watch it.
Oh, you mean the movie where they cloned the movie they cloned
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, they didn't. Yeah, they did clone Jamie Foxx. But he wasn't the main one they was worried about cloning. It was the other guy.
The other dude.
Boyega.
John Boyega with his fine.
John Boyega.
Who will tell you quick, I like black women. And don't come at me with that bullshit. Oh.
Tracy, don't do that. Don't do that, Tracy. Miss Toby, I went to this real nice restaurant. I was down in Baltimore last week. Oh, I gotta remember the name of it. It was on the water. The food was really good. And they had their signature drink were crushes. They called them crushes. They were like they had orange crush and it was right there on the water. What was the name of that damn place? Because I said I wanted to go back to get them give me some crabs from there. The food was good though. Get a drugstore one that's a shade
I
darker.
need some jumbo crabs when I come there, really. I know
I
colossal
haven't had
enough.
jumbo crabs all season. I've had large, but I haven't. See, they had jumbo crabs. That's why I started to get them last week when I was there and bring them home. But I decided not to. But my place around here, they ain't had no jumbo. Either they sold out before I get there, or they just didn't have none.
And then the colossal be so damn expensive.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about no colossal child.
I had that as an appetizer on that date I went to, where that man spent all that money. We supposed to go out again next week.
What date? You ain't saying about no date.
You would on my channel. I talked about I went on a date to the same place, or where they went to on the Housewives, where they had all of the old cast members went out with Sheree. TNS.
Oh,
That was my appetizer. It cost $32
that's
for the
expensive.
$32.
just for a small bowl of colossal.
Mm.
It was so good though. It
I
was.
want to go to. I want to go to Scott Lee's cigar bar when we come. I want to go to Scott Lee's spot.
Now where is that at?
You supposed to find out. Yeah.
When I was supposed to look up Scott Lee's restaurant,
Yeah. They
girl,
said the name of it on the episode.
they did.
Wait a minute. He spent a grip on El Teddy. El Teddy ain't sleep with him. What?
I wanted to, but he's trying to be a gentleman.
Mm. Okay, Tabitha, we about to get off of here now. We just
All right, Tabitha, we ain't doing that.
we just
Tabitha, you got to go on one of our excursions with us because we be going to good eating spots. We find some good eateries. Some good eateries.
El Teddy is good with finding restaurants. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Now El Teddy is good with that.
So say jumbo crab. Yeah, I said jumbo crab.
Yes, honey. All right, y'all. Well, we about to get over here. El Teddy, I mean Abby, you done yelling? You done getting us together? Because Mama, was it Mama on a half set? No, but that sounds good too. Oh, Miss Toby, that sounds like a good spot. Mama on a half. Hold on. I'm gonna write that down because my girlfriend lives in Baltimore and we were just talking about how we overdue for a lunch date. So I'm
The
gonna write
one
that
here
down.
all on keto. You say all the crabs on keto, Citizen Jane? Gear.
You said
Jay
Mama's.
Parrish, you say you've been listening?
Hey Jay Parrish, what's up, my love?
I told you, I'm trying to resist the urge to have this Book of Darkness levitate and glow on Flame Monroe tonight. I'm gonna try not to lose my mind. The book has not been brought out in a while, so I'm trying to resist. I saw it glowing a little bit. I was trying to see if it was gonna levitate.
I'm gonna ask her if she ever been there. You said Mama's on the half shell.
Oh yeah, and I'll be back in DC in November. So like I was last
Oh, I
year.
didn't see Chris again.
And Mike.
And Mike.
Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna have Mike come. I might have invite Eric so you can meet Eric.
We want to see Mike.
So
We want to see Mike.
Eric is cute too, just like Mike. Mike's a cutie. That's the it.
It don't matter. Chris, that's my buddy. Me and Chris, that's my buddy. I think I got a ticket that night. I took Chris home too.
God damn, Chris.
It's always something.
I need to call Ty today. It's Ty's birthday.
I did. I already wished him happy birthday. It is Ty's birthday. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here so I can go figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner, child.
Yeah, I need to do that. Do the same thing.
No, I knew you meant Shell. I knew you meant Shell, Miss Toby. Girl, I know them autocorrect and them typos, child. I can read it most of the time. Sometimes it be so I can't, but most of the time I can figure it out, child.
All
Ebby,
right, y'all.
you got rehearsal tonight? Oh, she got to go. Bye. Y'all know Ebby really be trying to work, child. Oh no, she off the clock. She just got to do something. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. We just listen. This is how I be when we be together, child. We just be just talking. When El Teddy not acting up.
I never act up. It's always you, ma'am. You. It's you. I don't know what you're looking crazy for. It's always you.
You always just lie.
What do I need to lie for?
I don't know. That's why I don't understand why you doing it.
I'm not.
Y'all,
Do not do me as I'll be forced to do you harder.
El Teddy,
Ask the chat. They'll tell you the truth and nothing but the
I
truth.
don't need
So
to
help
ask the
them
chat.
God.
I done been around you. I need to do laundry too, little baby, because I'm about to start packing, and I'm washing up stuff that I want to. That if anything in the laundry that I want to take. Child, it's been so long since I did laundry. I was pulling laundry out today. I said, "Oh, I forgot I had that."
Child, let me go get me some to eat. Now I want some crabs.
You always want crabs. Anyway,
I
bye,
do.
y'all, for real this time. Mwah.
Bye.
Talk to y'all later. You always want some damn crabs, child.
I do.